welcome to Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association's podcast. My name is Sheryl Matsuoka, the president and CEO of the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association and the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association Educational Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we are counting down the days to the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association Food Service Expo, the official show of the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association. This one-of-a-kind expo is created exclusively for and by Hawaii's restaurateurs and our food service professionals. Our show dates are February 26th and 27th, and our show will be held at the Neil Blaisdell Exhibition Hall. And what truly sets the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association's expo apart is that it is created by the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association for Hawaii's restaurants and our food service community. And today our guests are two exhibitors who will give you a little sneak peek on what to expect when you come to visit their booths over at the expo. And they're going to be highlighting what makes our expo an event that you absolutely cannot miss. So I'd like to have my incredible guests please introduce themselves, because nobody can introduce yourself more than you do. So please, let me start off with Jimmy. Jimmy, introduce yourself, please.
Well, my name is Jimmy Fitzgerald. I am the commercial accounts manager at Kilauea Pest Control. I have been in the pest control field over the last 20 years. Probably in 10 years of that has been in pest control in various roles. It's an industry that just keeps pulling me back in when I've tried to do other things. So it's a great field to be in. I'm a little bit of turned into a bug nerd. Originally had no interest in seeing it as a career, no interest in insects, but now it's I kind of geek out a little bit on bugs. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Jimmy. And I just want to let all of our members and viewers know that Jimmy's team comes here to my personal house every quarter because I've got this big stone wall around my property, and all those creepy crawlies, I can't let them come in my house. So they do a quarterly treatment. And Jimmy, your guys are always really great. They don't even know who I am. I just go ahead and do your magic and just be sure we have no bugs. But your team is a really great team.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And to my David, oh my God, don't let me start crying. The support that I've received from David and Jason and Sysco has been so amazing. They stepped up as one of the sponsors for this show. And they were just, how do I say it, David? No hesitation, which is what I greatly appreciate. So may I please have David introduce himself?
Thank you, and aloha, Sheryl and Jimmy, and to all of our viewers as well. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today and talk about our involvement in this great expo as well. My name is David Yoshioka. I'm the VP of Sales for Sysco Hawaii. Sysco with an S. We're the global leader in food service distribution, and we've been a part of the Hawaii community since 2017. Prior to this, we were you may have known us as HFM, and we've been here for the last 7 years, and we're happy to be a part of this Food Service Expo. I believe this is our fourth or fifth year, right, Sheryl, that we've been a part of this. First as the HRA Food Service Expo, and we're happy to be a part of this event again. As you mentioned, no hesitation. We are here for our food service customers and professionals as well.
Thank you so much, David. David also sits on our board of directors and is constantly, it's a volunteer board, and David's constantly volunteering. And as I was mentioning earlier to the guys, I guess what's going on in the the California wildfires is really, affecting me. And so when we were going through the Lahaina wildfires, it was really Sysco and Jason Wong and David who said, absolutely, what do you need moved? What do you need transported? What do you need picked up, Sheryl? As we were trying to maneuver things just to get food over to the island. And, they have all the big trucks, right? They have all the lift gates and all the different kind of trucks that I need. So thank you so much for supporting those. And now we're going through California. And as we were talking earlier, our hearts go out to our friends and family there in California. So Expo, guys, we are days away, like 40 something days away. I cannot believe it. In a few days, we're going to cut off the registration forms. So I'm asking all the people who have been like, should I be in the show? What should I do? Right? The deadline is coming up really quick. So please submit your registration form. We're already doing our design of the exhibit floor. So where everybody's going to be and all the booths. So we're already in that process. Please, if you even are considering it, submit your registration form. Let's talk about, what's ideal for your business. So I want to ask the two of them. All right, guys. Jimmy, what inspired your company? Because this is your 5th year also, right? To support the Hawaii Restaurant Association's Food Service Expo. What motivates you to continuously come back every year as this is your 5th year?
Well, a big part of it is what you guys do is really so important. So one of the things that I've gained from pest control and learned from pest control over the years is how much pest control helps with the health and sanitation of the general population. And so on top of that, you have a food industry that is vital to supply the nutrition, the food that we need to function in our lives. And so to be able to partner with you guys and to be able to come in and give advice sometimes or help out a restaurant that's having trouble, but to really focus on the health aspect, take some of that stress off of the restaurant owners, is really vital to us and super important. So really that partnership, recognizing that we help with preventing disease and that's so important in the restaurant industry, is a great place for us to be, is with you guys. So
Thank you so much. And I always recommend you because you come to my house. I always recommend you to our businesses because it's not only eateries that need your services, but it's also businesses that have warehouses and things, right? That
Right.
also need your service. So yes, thank you for doing an important job for our community. Absolutely. All right, my David, don't let me start crying again. You guys, when I sat down with you, as you know, it was just fresh, right? So what inspired you and Jason and Danny to step up and say, yes, absolutely, without even blinking your eye?
Yeah, Cheryl, for a lot of the food service industry members who haven't been able to make it to our Sysco website, our company's purpose is connecting the world to share food and care for one another. And I couldn't think of a better opportunity than a food expo like this that's created by industry experts for industry professionals, where we can all get together like in a local ohana to be able to share exciting, innovative, cutting edge products and services like what Jimmy offers his customers as well, to provide great solutions that not only help our local food service industry survive in these challenging times, but also thrive as well. And so when we were presented with the opportunity to be a part of this great event, it was a no-brainer for us. Personally, I love being a part of this show. I love being on the exhibition floor, meeting industry experts, meeting some of our customers and hopefully future customers as well, showcasing some of the products that we have available to offer them, and talk about some of the challenges that they're facing and finding ways that we can help them to solve some of the challenges that are plaguing their businesses as well. I mentioned that we are the global leading food service distributor. One of the benefits of that is that we are able to form great partnerships with suppliers and manufacturers around the world to bring great products to our customers. An example of that is our portfolio of Sysco branded items, which is amongst the largest and most recognized portfolios and brands across the food service industry. Think of it like what Kirkland is to Costco. These are products that Sysco contracts with very recognized, reputable manufacturers. They take the national branded item that a lot of our consumers know and love, they take those boxes off the line. They put a Sysco brand box on, and then they manufacture those items for us. But because we're not spending the money on the marketing of these brands, many times, generally, the Sysco branded option is going to be more affordable than the national brand counterpart. And so for a lot of our customers who are dealing with higher food costs, this Sysco brand portfolio is a great option for them to offer their customers with great tasting products, but at a lower cost. So these are just some of the products that we plan to highlight, along with our sister company FreshPoint that will offer some fresh produce to a lot of our customers, and so just a variety of great solutions. A lot of our great partners will be in our section of booths, and it'll be a great time. And we get to feed people. And that's one thing that I'm really excited about. If you're not going to come to have great conversations, please stop by our booths so that we can feed you, right? At the end of the day, that's what we want to do. That's what we love to do, is to serve and to feed. So please stop by.
I love that. I love that. And you always do have so much of a variety. That's what I love about going also to your booth, David. So if there's an exhibitor, if there's a company and the company is not really sure if they want to be an exhibitor yet, and as I mentioned, the deadline is coming up in a few days. Jimmy, what can you say to that company of why they should be an exhibitor at the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo? Any advice or suggestions?
Yeah, well, I know that a lot of people think, oh, I'm too busy. I've got to run my business. It's hard to make the time for it. But you'd be surprised at how much innovation is happening, how many things that'll make your restaurant run more smoothly. It really helps out, like resources that you didn't know were out there, like people who are giving free advice, even if you don't have to sign up with them. Just understanding more about your industry to make your business run better, make it a little more profitable. It's a huge help. It's a huge help to people.
Thank you so much. So David, if a company is not sure if they want to be at the show, do you have any advice or suggestions for them?
Yeah, absolutely, Cheryl. I mentioned higher food costs. I think another industry challenge that's plaguing a lot of our restaurateurs right now and food service professionals is staffing challenges. And so a lot of them are at their businesses and don't have the time to get out there and do great research, to find ways to innovate, and to find great solutions to help their businesses to innovate and again to thrive. And so coming to this expo is really a one-stop shop that allows a lot of our customers, a lot of our folks in the industry to meet, again, industry experts. This is a one-stop shop that allows them to see not only food distributors, but services like Kilauea Pest Control. I know we had Shakabots there last year. They're going to be here again this year. So just a wide variety of great solutions that, in general, you would have to make so many different stops in order to have these types of conversations. And for exhibitors, if you don't have an external sales force, or if you have an external sales force and you're trying to find a way to meet all of these customers, what better way to meet 5,000 customers in the span of 2 days than to have a booth at this expo, and they're all coming to see you. The ROI on this investment, it's immeasurable. So I encourage anyone who is on the fence about participating. I think this is a great event.
Thank you, David. That's so well said. When we had this opportunity, David, to have the Hawaii Restaurant Association have this show. It is our show. The Hawaii Restaurant Association has trademarked it, and it is our show. I decided that I was going to expand the attendee list because I really do appreciate all of the investment that Sysco and Kilauea is making, where, getting the booth, the personnel, everything that takes to put on a show and attend a show, 2 days, right? It's the setup, it actually makes it 3 days. So we are expanding our attendee list, and I've expanded it. And you've got to know, I've got such overwhelming responses. And so get ready, guys. I've invited all of the country clubs and golf courses. I was over at the Pearl, David, because that's where the Hawaii Restaurant Association's golf tournament's going to be on June 4th. Tell Jason June 4th. And it's at the Pearl. And so when I was there, Roger Mina was there. He used to be at the Honolulu Country Club, and now he's at the Pearl. And I explained to him about the Expo because our hope is that it's decision makers, and it is people like the Roger Minas who make the decision for the Pearl Country Club. Because as you know, there's a lot of food that goes through there every time they have a tournament, right, David? It's like the banquets and everything else at the golf tournaments. So he said he's going to call all of his country club friends that are, decision makers, general managers, and the food service division of the country club. We're also going to be inviting the golf courses, the country clubs, hospitals. We reached out to all the hospitals. They have also, right, big, huge kitchens that have to feed all of their patients. Schools, we've reached out to all of them, Kamehameha Schools, Punahou, Iolani, Midpack. We also reached out to the assisted living facilities because they also have kitchens. So to the community and to David and Jimmy, if I missed a sector that you're like, Sheryl, I invited the military because they have a lot of people that they feed, state, such as our Department of Corrections, because they feed a lot of people. So I've invited all of them to attend the Expo, and I made it really specific. Purchasing agents and decision makers are the ones that I'm looking at, attending our Expo. If there's an industry that I missed to our viewers and members, please email Sheryl and let me know. Hey, you missed a whole section. So guys, did I miss a section of companies? No, did I miss an industry that I should be inviting to our Expo?
Well, I also wanted to add that, a lot of times you're looking at all the attendees, but really the relationships that we've been able to build between the restaurant support services, we all are experiencing the same things with hiring, with providing our services, but we also have a lot of connections for each other. So one of the benefits that we've had is not just the attendees, but also being able to go to the other booths and build some relationships and offer our customers better services by pairing with another company. So there's a lot to gain from being here.
Thank you so much. David, any industry that I missed?
I couldn't keep track, Sheryl. I think you've got every single industry in the entire state of Hawaii. So I'm sure some of your viewers will write into you. I'm excited to see the comments, but I was trying to make a mental list in my head, but I think you've got them all.
Yes, because I want to invite anyone who has a cafeteria, a kitchen, who's providing, food for people, right? And so we've expanded. Oh my God, they're so excited. When I reached out to like the University of Hawaii, right? They're like, absolutely, what days? And so they're going to be coming down. So yes, they have all the different campuses, right? So they have lots of different vendors.
That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. So, gentlemen, as we wrap up this show, I just want to give you an opportunity to say any last comments. And again, I just really want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being exhibitors in our show. Thank you so much. So I'm going to start off with Jimmy. Jimmy, any last comments?
Just looking forward to seeing everybody at the upcoming show. Like the industries are changing. There's a lot of stuff going more eco-friendly, but then that also means that there's a lot of more pests that are resistant to the strategies that are happening right now. And so we know that there are things happening in your restaurants and your kitchens that you need help with. Come up and talk to us. We're happy to give you free advice. You don't have to be our customer for us to give you advice because we're in this together. We're health and safety of the community is important. So we want to be supportive any way we can. So excited to see you.
Thank you so much. David, any final comments before I wrap up our show?
Sure. Thank you, Sheryl, again for allowing me to be a part of this panel and have this conversation with you and the viewers as well. We are extremely excited to be a part of this Food Service Expo, the HRA Food Service Expo. It's happening in February, which I think is a fantastic time. It is right after the Super Bowl and right after Valentine's Day, but it's before spring break. So I think a lot of folks will be able to make the show, and it's a great time to be able to take a look at some great new innovative products and services, especially as our customers are starting to plan for Easter menus, summer menus. Great time for all of our customers and food service professionals to see some great products and solutions. I would encourage anyone any of these professionals who are wondering whether or not they should come down to the expo, do a little bit of homework before you visit. Think about what in your business you want to what are the problems to solve, where are you having some challenges that you want to solve for, and then come to the show and visit the Sysco booth. We will be highlighting and spotlighting some great products, but it doesn't have to be about food. It can be about gaining more social media presence. It could be about developing a P&L and finding a way to fix food costs or menu costing. Have these types of conversations with our team, and we are more than happy to help. We love feeding people. We love delivering food, but our services extend far beyond that. And we're here to support all of you, whether you're a customer today or a customer in the future as well. So we're excited to be a part of this expo. We look forward to seeing you there. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to be here to talk about this.
Thank you so much to the two of you. So, as I said, I just really want to thank my incredible guests for joining me today and for supporting the Hawaii Restaurant Association by getting booths, and attending the show as an exhibitor. So when you all come to the show, please remember to go stop by the Kilauea Pest Control and Sysco's booths to visit with them. Mark your calendars, February 26th and 27th at the Neil Blaisdell Center. If you have any questions, HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. That's HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. Go there. You can secure your booth and ask for more information such as pricing. Again, this is a show exclusively by and for restaurateurs and the food service industry professionals. Connect with your industry leaders, and it's definitely going to be a great show. They'll help you grow your business, and as David said, just keep our doors open because it's so important. Stay tuned for more episodes where we'll introduce you to even more Expo highlights and special guests. We haven't even talked about the Expo app because that's going to be rolling out in a few days. Remember, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to stay informed about future updates. Your support helps us continue advocating for and strengthening Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry. Mahalo to all of you for your support, and we can't wait to see you at the Expo. The Hawaii Restaurant Association is the organization unifying, representing, and supporting Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry. Please remember to nourish connections, savor life, eat well, and live well. Until next time, aloha.